Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome to F1 Manager 22 Challenge Mode. And we're only going to be saying that for a very short remaining period because we now have new information about F1 Manager 23, which we'll get to in a moment. But as far as tonight goes, we're heading to Austria, to Spielberg for the Red Bull Ring round 11 of our third season in Challenge Mode. And hopefully we can be competitive. We were very close to Red Bull, not quite quick enough in the last race at Silverstone, but we definitely had the edge over the rest of the grid. Maybe messed the strategy up just a little bit at the start, but we got on the podium. We made a good accounting of ourselves, and I think second and fourth was an excellent result. So let's see how we can do tonight. Can we replicate that form? Can we even go one better and beat the Bulls on their home track? Who knows? Let's find out. Evening Marcel, good to see you. Let's advance time to race day. Our weather centre is now in poor condition. Let's give that a refurb. There we go. We've got no new parts for this Grand Prix, but we have for the next one. Let me check, actually. I've got enough spare parts. That's probably something I should have done. We're okay with chassis and suspensions. We've got plenty of front wings. Yeah, we're okay. Right, let's set some targets for today. So Q3 is the incentive. Get both cars in. That shouldn't be too much of an issue. Quali position, we're going to go 2 in the top 8, and we're going to get both cars into Q2. Fastest lap is the incentive. We're going to try and get 2 cars in the top 5 tonight, I think. Actually, no, we'll go top 6. We'll go points. We'll play it a little bit more safe. And then we've got our streaks going. Finish position 1 in the top 10. We're halfway through that, and we got our 2 in the top 10. Quali streak started last time out. We've got to try and keep that going as well. Evening, Mr. Water. Good to see you. Right, that's our target set. Let's head to Austria.
The battle is surely going to rage this weekend. Welcome to the Green Hills of Austria. The Red Bull Ring hosted its first Grand Prix in 2014, and it's been spectacular ever since. The Red Bull Ring is one hungry beast of a power track. Drivers face a steep climb up to turn 3 and a fast ride downhill through wide corners and straights thereafter. There's plenty of opportunity to overtake here, especially with the help of 3 DRS zones. We're about halfway through the season now, and there's still plenty of time for everything to change. All eyes are on the teams and how they tackle the rest of the year. Stay right here, because we're just getting started.
So, as we saw last night, we've got dry practice, dry race, but the threat of rain in either Q3 or Quali, or both. That could shake the grid up a little bit. Let's jump straight into getting our cars sorted. So, it is Freddie's turn to sit out tonight. Put Isaac in. In fact, actually, given that this is probably going to be the last season that we do this, I'm not going to develop Isaac anymore. I'm just going to focus on our main 2 drivers. Try and get them as good as we possibly can, which means getting them running in every session. Right, Red Bull is a very, very short track, so the run plan for Austria is 23 laps. There we go. Drop the pace settings down. Oh, that was the car we've just done. And for setup, let's take a look. So we want a relatively good rear wing. So we want sort of 13.5 on the rear. Let's go with the 13.5. Let's go with the 1.9 on the roll bar. And let's go with a 5.5 on the front. Go quite aggressive on downforce on this one. We'll have a 3.2 on the camber, and then for the roll bar we'll go a 0.95. And we'll use that as our starting setup for Freddie's car. For Felipe, let's go something a little bit different. Let's go with a 4.5, a 13. Again, we'll go with a 1.9. We'll go a 3.25 and a 0.85 on the camber. And we'll see which of those setups works. And now we need to swap the parts out as well. So we need to protect the life of these engines. We're not taking preemptive penalties this year, so we only get to take them if we desperately need them. So when an engine gets below its 85% threshold, or 70% I think it is. No, we're with Honda this year, aren't we? So it's 85% with Honda. So when it gets below 85%, then we will consider replacing engine number 3. But until that point, we're going to try and make do with the engines we've got. So we're probably looking at maybe around Singapore for taking a new engine. I think Singapore would be a decent track to take a new engine as well. Right, ERS modules, we can still use that one. Oh, it's gearbox. And we can still use that gearbox as well. There we go. Alright, so our cars are set up. Our drivers are in. All the spare parts are in, so let's head to track.
Radio check. Radio check.
It's green now.
There we go. It is such a shame that we were just 5 points short of getting another skill point for Felipe. Would really have liked to get his braking up to 85 for this race. Just given the number of times we've seen drivers crash on turn 1 or turn 3. Yeah, it would have been nice to just try and reduce that a little bit more, but we'll have to make do. Right, F1 Manager 23 news. New trailer dropped today. The gameplay trailer has gone live, went live about 5-6 hours ago, and we have more information. So we have a confirmed release date of the 31st of July. Pre-ordering gets you early access. Oh, we've got a crash already. It's not us, and it's Science on turn 3.
Let's have another look. Science is the focus here.
His poor season just continues. Who did he crash into, or who crashed into him?
And the team had such high...
Or was that just a spin and not the actual crash?
Who's that just crashed?
There we go. So someone did hit the Ferrari.
Okay, here's the Ferrari.
Don't tell me it was the other Ferrari. No, yeah. Oh dear, that's a terrible crash. Right, confirmed release date, sorry, of the 31st of July. Pre-ordering gets you early access to play on the 27th of July. There are 2 versions of the game. There is a standard version, which is $44.99. That's pound sterling, so you're probably talking around $55. Around 50 euros, somewhere in that kind of region. And there is a deluxe version, which is $54.99. Pre-ordering does get you, as I said, the 4 days early access. It also gets you 3 exclusive race moments. We will touch on those in a moment. And if you get the deluxe upgrade, the extra £10 gets you a scenarios pack, an exclusive scenarios pack, but it doesn't give any details as to what those scenarios actually are. So I can't really say whether or not the deluxe upgrade is going to be worth it. I'm going to say probably not. And if it's anything like what Frontier have done with Jurassic World, that deluxe upgrade will be available as a separate purchase at some point. Probably a very expensive separate purchase, but yeah. So new stuff that we do know about. There's going to be a new view, which is a driver visor mode, which does look kind of cool. I have to say, we'll have the standard driver views that we've got now. So the T-bar, which is this one. Then obviously the rear T-bar, the side of the cockpit view, the front wing view, and then we'll have a driver's eye view, so a helmet that's mounted on the side of the driver's camera, or a camera mounted on the side of the driver's helmet, rather, as I should say, as we've seen being used this year, and I think for a little bit last year as well in the F1 live broadcasts.
How's the balance?
It should be a bit smoother than the very bumpy footage that we get when we ride on board with a driver. But yeah, that's the new camera mode. Race tactics has been overhauled, so the UI has been tweaked, as I said. Nothing is finalized yet. The car models still look like the majority of them are running the same model. It does say in the trailer that in-game assets are still work in progress, and gameplay is yet to be yet to be completed as well, so they are still crunching. But this section here, the driver tactics, has changed. So instead of seeing what we're seeing now, everything's being laid out slightly differently. So at the moment, driver tactics, that's now going to be the second option. You'll get your driver's information, you'll get timing section, you'll get a telemetry section as before. This is where you're going to see your driver confidence as a little meter above your driver window. And when it comes to overtaking, like these settings, this has now been reworked. So I don't know about pace commands, how much that's changed, but in terms of driver tactics, at the moment you've just got don't fight teammate and hold cars back behind. That's going to be significantly expanded. So you'll now have when it comes to defending options, always try and defend, average, standard defend or rarely defend. So you can just give up positions by the look of it, which is good. That is something that, I think is definitely something that you want to have in the game. When you know you're going to be overtaken by a faster car, you don't want to spend time fighting it, losing time for both you and the car that you're fighting against, and damaging your tyres. You want to let that car through without too much hassle and then try and stay with it. That is going to be an option in your driver tactics. There'll also be similar options for overtaking. Go really aggressive on the overtake. Try not to overtake. There are going to be different settings with the overtakes, so you can just try and be opportunistic, or you can really be aggressive, super aggressive with your overtakes. And I'm sure there's probably a balanced option somewhere in the middle of that as well. I haven't had the chance to have a look at everything yet, but it does look as though they have taken some of the criticisms on board and done some improvements to the way that you can interact with your drivers, which I was all for, because it was a little bit there was stuff that was good, there was stuff that needed expanding, and it looks like they are going to expand on some of that stuff. Obviously we know about the new sporting director. Pit crews are going to make mistakes. That's good. I still don't know if we're going to get a front wing change animation. I really hope we do. I mean, it's a silly little thing, but it just adds to the game if that's in there. So yeah, I mean, there's some steps in the right direction, but I don't know how much those steps are going to actually impact the game. We'll have to see when we actually see some rolling gameplay footage rather than just a quick 1-minute trailer. In terms of the new game modes, race replay mode will allow you to do what we thought it would, which is take any of the races that have already happened this season, and you will have the starting conditions, or you will have a replication of the conditions during that Grand Prix, and all the drivers will start where they qualified in real life, and it's up to you to see if you can maybe change history and rewrite the result. Maybe Verstappen doesn't dominate the season and win every race. Maybe you can actually use some tactical nous and get your cars in front. I don't think it'll be a rolling season. I think it'll just be individual races, and it's just a one-shot event. You know, you can't then maybe chain that together and do the entire season. I don't know. We still don't know enough about that yet. But my thought would be you can only pick and choose individual races. They might not let you even do the full season until we've even had the full season. Obviously, you can't replicate races that haven't happened yet. So it might be that once the game, or once the real life season has finished, maybe they add a facility for you to rerun the entire championship. I don't know. But to be honest, what's the point? That's kind of what the main game is already. I like the idea of rewriting an individual race, but I don't see the point in rerunning the actual season as a whole. So yeah, it also seems a bit of a gimmick. You know, something you do once or twice. You know, do each race once and then probably not do it again. But that's the replay mode, and then you've got the moments. So this is the scenario kind of thing that I was talking about, where you pick up the race, it's partway through, and you've got to try and get in the points or whatever. The example they gave is the race at Australia. It's 29 laps down or 29 laps to go, one of those two. Can you get Piastri points in his first home race? Things like that. Each race is going to have its own unique set of moments for you to try and achieve. Now, I don't know what the difference between the moments are and the scenarios. That's not explained. Now, pre-ordering the game will get you 3 exclusive race moments, so that suggests that they will be just a pre-order bonus that will be additions to all the ones that will be in each, at each circuit. I don't know whether those will then be made available as a separate purchase at some point. Maybe. No Frontier, probably. But it doesn't say what the scenarios are and how they differ from the moments. It just says in the pre-order information you get 3 race moments for both versions of the game, and the deluxe edition also gives you an exclusive scenario pack, and that's all it says. What's the difference between the scenarios and the moments? You don't know. There. How big is that pack? If it's just 3 scenarios and they're not that big, how is that worth an extra tenner? Can't tell you. We just don't have that initial bit of information, or that extra information that we need to make that decision beyond what it says in the blurb. So, yeah. If you're on the fence about maybe getting the deluxe, wait. It's not going anywhere. You've still got a month before it comes out, a month and a half. Wait for more information. Don't just immediately go, deluxe, and pre-order that. Because I can't tell you whether it's going to be worth that extra tenner. At the moment, I'm going to say no, because all we know is that the only difference is you're getting a scenario pack with no details as to what the scenarios are, or how many scenarios you'll actually get in that pack. So until that information becomes clear, don't even think about the deluxe edition. But there we go. That is the F1 the F1 Manager 23 information dump from today. A couple of other things I noticed on the screenshots, and again, work in progress, but it looks like these circuit maps are being replaced with this blue kind of tone with colour images. And I have to say, I know it's a work in progress, but the example they show, Miami, looks horrendous. It really does. So I really hope that that's just a placeholder and that's going to get much more love and attention, because if they are going to go down that route, it needs to look a lot better than it does, because it looks awful. You can wishlist the game now on PlayStation Store. You can also go ahead and pre-order right now if you wanted to. But again, I would say, you know, give it a week or two, wait for a bit more information. You've still got plenty of time before the game comes out.
What do you think?
The checkered flag is now out.
Alright, there we go. Practice 1 is done. So we've got 89% feedback and 97% feedback. So we're in a good place with Felipe. We need to do a bit more work with Freddie. Let's try and get that sorted as best we can. Okay, we made some improvements and we found out where the weaknesses are, and we can easily correct those because we know which direction we need to go. We need to make that a 2.8, and we need to dial back the camber a little bit as well. I'm also going to dial back the toe to about there. So that should theoretically get us very close, if not bang on. We're going to switch to mediums for this run because we know we've potentially got rain in the next session, so we want to try and get all of our long dry runs out of the way in this session. We're going to go let's go 30 laps of fuel. That might not be enough actually. Let's go 32 laps. Same again for Felipe. We just need a little tweak on this one, and it's just the front wing. So if we push that to a 5 and then just make sure everything else gets rebalanced like that, that should be it. That should be 100% there. Again, we'll go 32 laps. Normally I only go about 5 to 7 laps depending on the circuit more, but because there's so many laps on this one, I'm going to go with an extra 9 laps because it's such a short circuit. There we go. So we are ready to head into FP2. Let's again hope for no dramas from our drivers.
It's green now.
So given that info dump, are you guys excited for the next F1 game, or are you on the fence? Let me know your thoughts. Are you going to get it? Are you going to wait till it goes on sale? You're not going to get it at all?
Gearbox is getting worse. Single yellow.
You guys are very quiet tonight. Let me know you can actually hear me, and I haven't just been talking to myself for the last 20 minutes.
What's your thoughts on coming in or
All right,
doing any more?
95%. So we made progress, but not quite enough. All right, we've still got another session to work on. We will continue to let him run and then make some changes when he finishes the run. Might not send him back out this session. Let's check on Felipe. Did we nail that one? Yes, we did.
How does it feel?
Excellent stuff. Alright, so front wing is broken. We need to change the camber. We need to pull that in. Correct the stability that way. Let's not go quite so severe. Let's go to there. Which way do I go with the front wing? Let's go to a 5 on the front wing. I think a 4 might be pushing it a bit too much. Yeah, let's go to a 5. Pull that to there. Actually, that changes that, doesn't it? Okay, let's go back to a 4.5 then. And then just pull that back. Like that. Let's try that. Felipe is good. Doesn't need to go back out again this session. And I'm not going to send Freddy out this session either. We've done his run. We'll save the wear and we'll wait till the next session.
Someone run wide there?
Well, Science is looking quick. Makes a change. He's been very off the pace, especially in qualifying these last few races. He's running on a set of hards right now, but it doesn't mean he set that time on hards. He might have set those on softs earlier. Yeah. He's lapping about a second slower at the moment than his soft time. Magnussen goes top, but he is on softs right now. Verstappen and Sainz both on hards. Again, Magnussen's looking quick. Could be a threat in the race. Have to keep an eye on him. Okay. Next season, right. Next season, next session, even. We're going to fuel the car for a single run. Hopefully that will be all we'll need to do. We're going to go 27 laps of fuel. That should be all we'll need. Hopefully those changes that we made to Freddy's car will be the only changes we need to make. And Felipe's car is already set. And hopefully we won't get weather till quali.
Radio check.
Okay, it's staying dry this session, so we are going to have a wet quali. That is definitely going to shake the order of things up a little bit. could we actually catch out the Red Bulls, that would be glorious. If they end up, you know, missing out or qualifying really badly, even a slight drop down the order would be huge for us. Because we do seem, or at least at Silverstone, we had the pace over everybody else. It was just the Red Bulls that were the problem. So if we can replicate that kind of pace here and the Red Bulls start way out of position, we've got a chance to maybe make a bit of a gap at the front. Maybe. We won't necessarily keep it, but it'll give us a chance to run our own race, look after our tyres, be a bit more flexible with strategy.
Who's running wide there?
And there we go, we got Freddie up to 100. Good stuff. So we can just let these guys run, and that's the end of our practice.
I think someone's run wide.
So our drivers are done. I'm just going to sit the rest of the session out. Nothing else for us to do now.
Car run wide.
Let's take a look at everyone's kind of pace. So 105.5, again, the time to beat. Verstappen lapping very close to that at the moment on tyres that are a little bit worn. Again, Magnussen looking very quick. Where is Magnussen on track? He's tucked up behind Verstappen, I think. Oh, he was until he went a little bit wide. And now we've got a VSC.
We've just had a
Sonoda's out.
There's been a crash. Here's the replay. Now look at this. It was the AlphaTauri driver involved. That crash is terrible news for the team.
I thought he was going to bounce across the track for a second then.
The team are really disappointed.
So Yuki's struggles continue. Right. Let's see what pace Magnussen gets once the VSC ends and he gets back in clean air. .1061. Max currently fighting his way through traffic. Oh, he's in. Max is in. So he's a couple of tenths slower than Perez. A few tenths slower than Max. But yeah, Magnussen's got some pace here by the look of it.
Good session.
Alright, we've got Freddie to 99 on his track knowledge, so that's close enough. That's absolutely fine. Let's put in the good stuff. So, our engines are at 76%. That's not ideal. Evening, Anthony. But they will do for this Grand Prix. I will probably unleash a new engine. I might not unleash the new engine at Spa. Normally I would have taken a penalty and then I would unleash a new engine at France and then save the next new engine for Spa. I think I'm just going to hold that one back for Spa. So I think this engine's going to run us the next couple of races now. So this will run France and Hungary, and then we'll put that one in for Spa and Monza and Zandvoort. And then we'll see how things are looking. 44%, that is not going to cut the mustard for the rest of the season. So we are going to have to switch to a new ERS module now, because that one is just 1% away from dipping. Gearbox, that one will be fine. That one, not so much. We're going to have to move on to our second gearbox. Okay, let's send them out.
Radio check.
Let's check the weather. We know that there is going to be rain in quali.
It is green now.
It's probably not going to come till the end of this session, so we're going to wait and hope that we don't make a mistake and just do one run at the end of the session. Everyone's very quiet tonight, Anthony. Alright, 3 minutes to our send my drivers now. It's a little early, but it's going to be a lot of traffic. We'll wait another 10 seconds. Oh, is it the playoffs tonight? I waited too long. We're going to get out behind Russell with both of our cars, so that's good. Which Red Bull's at front? It is Verstappen at the front. Okay, so everyone's going to get a toe off Verstappen by the look of it. The Europa Conference. Oh, wow, I didn't even realise they were in Europe. I've paid so little attention to the Premiership, well, to football in general this season, really. Just it's not been on my radar. I've noticed the odd results here and there, but I just had no real interest this season. What are my thoughts then, Marcel? Okay, I'm going to be getting the game day one. I'm going to be pre-ordering so I get the early access. I don't know if it's going to be worth getting the deluxe though, as I said. At the moment there's no additional information other than the only thing else you get with a deluxe over the standard is the scenarios pack, but we don't know what that is, how big it is, whether it's worth a tenner. So, yeah, I'll be pre-ordering, mainly because I'll be putting it on the channel. I don't know, I may have to dip into my savings and bump for the extra tenner just so I can let you guys know if the deluxe upgrade is actually worth it or not. But I'm going to wait another couple of weeks before I make a decision. I hope for some more information to come out. And like I said, the game's not releasing until end of July, so I've got until mid-July easy before I even have to think about the actual placing the pre-order. So I've got a month to make a decision. Alright, here we go, up to the line. We go second with Vesti, and then second with Felipe. And then Perez goes pole. Perez getting a toe off the back of Sainz by the look of it. Leclerc in danger of getting knocked out here. Is he going to get through? He did have that big wreck in FP1. And he's out. So he's running damaged parts, I would imagine, for him to be out. Plus he was in clean air, no slipstream, but he's in a Ferrari on soft tyres. He should have at least been able to get out of Q1. So once again, Ferrari losing a car in Q1. Last time out it was Sainz. This time out it's Leclerc, and Sainz has a penalty, of course. Don't forget, for that spin. You know, when one of the Red Bulls just casually drove into him at incredibly low speed, and they gave a penalty to Carlos. So he's gonna get a 3-place penalty. Ferrari are gonna really struggle in this race. And here's the wet weather. We've got the inters on. So we're going to pause instantly to take a look at the weather, see what it's going to do. It's going to get lower. I'm going to throw on those softs and send them out on softs, potentially. I don't know. It says our weather radar is broken. It says we're not supposed to have any rain on the graph at the top, but we have got rain, and apparently it's not going to dry out for another 13 minutes, which is the end of this session. So, you know what? Just to be on the safe side, I'm going to go back onto a set of enters, and I'm going to send them out now while the track is at its driest with this low level of water. Because it looks like it might get a bit wetter in about 4 or 5 minutes' time. We'll have to see. It's not quite dry enough for dries. It's only barely wet enough for inters. Our drivers are not quick in these conditions. Oh, and it's getting drier. Should I have waited and send them out on slicks anyway? No, I think I made the right decision to actually put them on. Put them on the inters. It's just going to be this borderline territory. It's going back up again, look. Yeah, these conditions are going to hurt our drivers really badly. We needed more water than this. Luckily, while it is in this kind of territory, there aren't that many cars on track setting fast lap times. So, even though we're going to struggle a little bit, if we can bang in a decent time here and then it does get wetter, that should hopefully be enough to see us through. Right, starting the flying laps. Got one of the Red Bulls coming out. That's Verstappen. Hamilton sets a 107.7. Water level starting to creep up a little bit. Still a little bit too dry for our drivers to be truly competitive. But as I say, more water means less pace for the rest of the grid, so we want it to get wet very quickly now. And there we go, 8/10 off Hamilton. That just shows you how much we struggle in conditions like that. So if the track does not get wetter and it stays like this, we might not get through. Which would be pretty disastrous for us. Especially given that our engines have got a little bit of wear on them. Ah, there we go. More water. Whew. Schumacher's faster than we are right now. I'm going to send my guys back out again. It is looking dry in 7 minutes. Okay, so we're just going to have to hope upon hope.
I think there's been a lock-up.
Because we're barely getting through right now. Track's getting wetter again. Let's see what we can do in these conditions. We'll have time for one more slick run if the track dries up. Also, if the track does start drying, we'll be on track at the right time with these inters, hopefully. But it's actually getting wetter again. I think we actually want it to stay wet now. If it starts drying up again, we're going to be in trouble. Because it won't dry quickly enough, I don't think. And we don't have the pace at like 1.1, 1.2 to get through. Everyone will improve and we won't really improve. Oh, Vesti. Oh, and he hit Felipe. No. Oh. Oh, disaster.
There's been contact and several cars involved. Let's see what happened there. Let's have a look here. This was the Aston Martin.
He was pushing, he went wide, came back on the track and clipped his teammate.
There's the collision. It's caused absolute
Two broken front
carnage.
wings. They're coming in anyway. So, just front wing damage on that car. Just front wing damage on that car. At least the suspensions and chassis weren't damaged. That's good. But yeah, not good. Taking each other out like that. Not good at all. And now I don't know if we would have improved or not. I don't know if we would. I can't see the lap data. 18.0, 31.1. Yeah, it was close. Track's drying up again. Oh, given the time it's going to take to change the front wing, I don't know if we can get out in time. I hope we can,
Yeah,
but
copy.
I don't know if we can.
So use pit limiter.
We might be out. We might be going out. I don't know if we can do this. It would have been fine if they hadn't hit each other and then lost a chunk of time. Fresh inters. Fresh front wing. It's going to take too long to fix the car. Yeah, it's going to take a minute and a half to change the front wing. Which is ridiculous, it takes like 7 seconds in a racing pit stop to put on fresh tyres and change the front wing. And here we are, sat in the garage for the next 2 minutes, or until the session ends, basically. So we can't run again. We're out of time. So now we're at the mercy of the F1 gods. And are they going to be cruel, or are they going to be merciful? And I realise I did say mercy and merciful in the same sentence there, but screw it.
Sounds like someone's locked up.
Oh, Sainz has made a mistake. That's good. That's going to hold up people behind him, hopefully. Maybe Perez. I don't know. Perez is already through anyway. Sainz is already through, but we don't want them to improve. So Sainz is definitely not improving. Albon goes up to 8th. Sainz isn't going to improve. Perez does. What about Bottas? Bottas improves, but is not faster than us. Oh, thank God for that. I think we're safe. Ocon and Ricciardo both improved, but their times, but not their positions. Ricciardo jumps his teammate. We are through. Somehow we actually managed to get through. Alright. We're back on dries for the final run. So we'll do a banker lap on these scrubs at the start of the session.
Radio check. Radio check.
It should be green now.
No more rain. Okay. Let's try and give Felipe a slipstream bonus here. That was a good let off. Yeah, we got lucky there. If that track had been just a little bit drier, we could have easily been knocked out there. If it had been conditions like it was at the beginning of the session, where it was around 1.2, yeah, we'd have definitely been out, because we'd have been way off the pace of everybody else. So we're just going to whiz through this warm-up lap, this practice banker lap, just to get a time in. Felipe not close enough to get a penalty, not a penalty, a slipstream by the look of it. Vesti looking very quick. Good on you, Vesti. Alright, so 104.1, that is quick. Max will go quicker. But we set those on scrubs. So we've potentially got an extra tenth or two in the car with new tyres. According to that, we've got 1.1 seconds. It won't be quite that much, but we've got a good few tenths, I think. Right, so here come the Red Bulls. Max flying around. He does a 103.9. Again, we're close. I think with the new tyres, we should be able to overhaul that. Potentially. Or at least get closer to it. So we've got a good chance of getting front row here. Perez setting his flying lap. Did Verstappen just delay him slightly? Maybe. He's slower than Vesti. So it's all going to come down to this. Can we get one or both of our cars onto the front row? I think Vesti should be safe. I think the only way he's going to get beaten is if Felipe beats him. Alright, they're starting to go out. Send both of my guys out now. We're going to give Vesti the tow this time. Oh, someone spun on their outlap.
Sounds like a spin. Let's take a look at the replay. Now let's
That's
look at
sector
this.
1,
Here's
that's not
George
sector
Russell.
3. Not even close to sector 3. Right, so by switching our drivers back and forth like that, we have potentially given Magnussen, I think that's behind us. Yeah, we've potentially given him a chance of a slipstream, but hopefully he's a little bit too far off. We've definitely got slipstream range for Vesti though. So here we go, fresh tyres, flying laps. Can we overhaul Verstappen? No improvement in sector 1 for Felipe, but Vesti is purple. He's purple in sector 2. Felipe improves in sector 2. Perez crosses the line and does not improve. Felipe doesn't improve. Perez stays. Oh no, we do get ahead of Perez. Magnussen jumps Felipe. He did get enough of a slipstream, but we have jumped Max. Although Max is coming up to the line now. And stays second. We got pole position. Top 5, just 2 tenths. Exactly 2 tenths separating first to fifth. Wow, okay. So Sainz is 11th. And with a penalty for FP1, that's going to put him down to 14th. So he's going to be very close to his teammate there. Both Ferraris going to be in the lower echelons of the grid. So I don't think we're going to have to worry about them at all in this Grand Prix.
Welcome to race day. And before we get down to it, Last-minute checks are being made.
There was some astonishing work from Aston Martin during qualifying, and their drivers are now poised to have a very strong race start. This weekend, Red Bull displayed real promise during qualifying, but will they fulfill that potential by the time they reach the checkered flag? A sunny day here with only a few clouds in the sky. If things stay this way, the weather shouldn't pose any challenges to the teams.
And Austria is always full of surprises, so who knows what lies in store here at the Red Bull Ring.
Okay, there we go. Right, strategy. How do I want to play this? Oop. I mean, I could go something like that. Let me have a look at the two-stop. I don't think the two-stop is going to be something that we can realistically make work. But we'll have a look anyway. Happy to be wrong on that. Do I start on the hards and go hard mediums? Do I start on the mediums and go medium hards? That's looking very tempting. Or do I go for the two? Lose the toe and go for fresh softs and hope that that gives me enough pace to make the gaps and get those overtakes in. I don't know what to do here. We went with the 2 when we should have gone with a 1 yesterday. Do I go with a 1 when I should go with a 2 tonight? It's a tricky one. Just looking around, seeing if I can eke out any extra time in this setup. I think that's going to be the best we can do. That's effectively, if we push those mediums at the start, a soft. What about boxing early? That would maintain track position. That would allow us to get to the front. And if we can look after the tyres a bit, maybe... I don't know. I mean, that's not really in contention. It's going to be A or C. So those are our two choices, I think. This is a track where safety cars do happen. B would give me better flexibility to react to those safety cars. But I don't think I've got the raw pace to actually pull away enough, even with softs, to open up the gap that I need. And there's a risk if they start on hards and I go mediums, I'm going to lose my best tyres. Screw it, I'm going to go with this. I'm going to go B strategy. So we're looking at 123.49. Okay. We're just going to go really aggressive off the line and just hope that we can open up a gap before DRS and then maintain that gap. Before we pit. Do I take fuel out of the car? I'll take one lap of fuel out. Again, we've got safe. No, I don't want to go that way. I want to go full attack off the line. We've got the chance, as I say, of safety cars, which means we can do some fuel saving, but I don't want to take too many laps out just in case we don't get a safety car, because then that kind of blows out the pace of this strategy. So there we go. Pole and fourth, going super aggressive off the line. Let's see what we can do.
Now we should have good weather for the race, and that will be welcome news for the teams. Taking a look at the Aston Martin. P1 today. Let's see if they can take advantage of that position. There's the second Aston Martin. They're in the front half of the pack, so there's plenty of potential for them. And we're just moments away now. It's the race we've all been waiting for. It's the Austrian Grand Prix. And it's lights out.
Alright, so Max and Magnussen are on mediums. Perez and Bottas on mediums. Then we've got three guys on hards. So we're going to get a gap open up pretty quickly between Bottas and Russell. Magnussen jumped Max. That's good. That's very good.
Good job.
Vesti's sprinting
Aston
away.
Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place.
Felipe's through.
You're in a good place.
Back off.
Now we've got to break Magnussen before the DRS kicks in. Yellow flag in sector 3, that's someone spinning at turn 3.
Yellow exit of 6. Yellow.
That's Leclerc.
Watch this. There's Leclerc.
Oh dear, it's bad to worse for him.
It's gone.
Ferrari splitting their strats as well. Sainz on the mediums, Leclerc on the hards.
Yeah, take it easy.
Okay, copy.
And we've got the gap that we needed. Right, we need Magnussen to hold up Verstappen and Perez as long as possible here. We really pushed those cars hard in those first two laps.
DRS is enabled now.
Max is getting through. Come on, Magnussen. Fight him. Get him back. Or take him out. Take him out would be preferable. A little lock up. Bang. There goes a Red Bull. Be quite happy with that. Someone else going wide. It's not turn 3 this time. Is that Russell?
We've just had a
No,
car run
Ocon.
wide. We can take a look now. Okay, so there we have the Alpine. And they've gone wide. Way wide.
The Alpines are way down the order. I thought they'd be up further than that. They're both on mediums as well. Alright, a little bit of swapping positions there. Verstappen's got Magnussen all over the back of him, and Perez has got... He's all over the back of Magnussen. That's good. A little bit of squabbling going on there. Bottas all over the back of Perez. But yeah, that group broke away from Russell very quickly. He's almost 3 seconds back already. This is a game. Oh, Felipe. Damn it. Now he's going to be right in the clutches. So Vesti's going to be running isolated at the front now. Alright.
Let's focus.
Let's try and look after the tyres a little bit, charge the battery back up, and then try and sprint away from Magnussen again in a lap or two.
Is that a new race position for Haas?
We've just given up the DRS.
Okay, good job.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
Held the position though, that's good. Here comes Magnussen up the inside.
Good job.
And what we are doing by running defensive a little bit like this is we are allowing Vesti to open that gap up. So this is kind of hurting Felipe, but that's his own fault for running wide and losing position. What we are doing is helping his teammate establish a safety cushion here.
Energy's good.
Copy.
Oh, and Bottas is through against Verstappen and Perez. Hamilton and Russell are closing up as well. Thanks to us slowing that pack down.
Do everything you can, mate.
Yeah, copy.
Use
Right,
energy.
time to sprint.
Okay.
No
Don't know if I
saving
can
required.
break away a full second before the end of the lap, but we'll try.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Oh, we can.
Aston Martin with a
Comfortably.
great play there.
Luckily,
He's
Magnussen
moved up
did
a
not let
place.
anyone else through.
Save fuel, save fuel.
Yeah.
So Magnussen's doing an excellent blocking job in this Grand Prix so far. And with Bottas in front of the Red Bulls, that's going to make it harder for Max and Perez to move back up. Bottas looks like he's having a move. Did Kevin get the DRS? No, he didn't. Alright, so Bottas is through and clear. Let's just slow Freddie down just a touch. Give Felipe a chance to try and get in his range.
Drop back a bit.
Yeah, copy.
Rather than looking after the tyres, let's save the fuel.
So we just need to push now.
Copy.
Another lap or two like this and Felipe will be back in the slipstream again. And more importantly, Freddie will have a nearly full battery as well. Right, it's getting charged up. Verstappen has just got past Magnussen. Magnussen's fighting. Magnussen's got him back. He's boxed him in behind Bottas. And now Bottas has boxed in Magnussen. This is excellent. Having two drivers squabbling side by side behind another car. That car in front will keep swapping its line to try and hold both cars behind. That really does take the pace out of them. Okay, so we're doing 109.2s to 109.5s, but we did do the first part of that lap charging up and at a lower fuel pace. So let's see what we do on this lap with Vesti leading the way and Felipe under strict instructions not to try and overtake. Means he shouldn't force Freddie into defensive driving. You see Max squabbling with Bottas in the background there, trying to find his way through. .108.9 against 109, so not pulling out a big enough gap at the moment, but that is, I think, they're switching position with DRS, so that would explain it. We can start doing that again once I've got Felipe's battery a little bit more up, so another lap or so. And then we can try and extend that gap again. Looking to pit in about 10 laps. Max gets through against Verstappen, against Bottas. And our drivers did identical lap times last lap, I've just noticed that. Just a thousandth of a difference between them this time round.
Okay, energy's good.
Yeah, copy.
Alright, let's unleash them. Need them to actually start trading places now rather than holding each other up. No!
Let's take a closer look. So
Ah, how bad was that?
Martin.
Oh, he kept it out the barrier, I think. Yes, he did. But that's now dropped him out of position.
And that's the lockup.
And we're going to get swallowed up by the pack. So let's go conserve. Let's go defensive.
Was that a lockup on the track?
Let's slow the pack down now. I think Freddie's got slightly more pace than Felipe this weekend. Let's see if we can just keep the pressure on Max and make him go slow. Save that fuel.
Happy to push.
Okay, copy.
I suggest lifting coast.
Copy.
Oh, West Ham won. Ah, congrats. Congrats to West Ham. Not what you want to hear as a Spurs fan, but... When was the last time Spurs won a trophy? Was it the 91 Cup final? or the 90 Cup final against Coventry. Was that the last one they won? In fact, no, did they lose against Coventry? I can't remember. I think Spurs won. Or was it? Did Coventry beat them? I remember the match. I just don't remember who won it. I think it might have been Coventry. Thinking about it. Oh, you won the League Cup in 2008. Alright, well, we're not really putting Max under any pressure, but we are getting the fuel saving done. You won the FA Cup in 1991. Did you make the FA Cup final 2 years in a row then? So I know 92 was Liverpool-Sunderland and Liverpool won 2-0. 89 was Liverpool-Everton. Everton lost that 3-2 to Liverpool. I remember watching those two games. So 1990 was against Coventry, and yeah, Coventry did win. Okay, I remember watching the game. I just couldn't remember for the life of me who won. But that's back when you had Gary Mabbott, wasn't it?
You can stop lift and coast.
Yeah, copy.
I'm trying to remember some of the Coventry players. Was Speedy playing for them in 1990? I'm trying to think, who was the... I can picture him, I can't remember his name. One of the black players that they had. I can't remember if he went on to Villa after that. But he was like a real crowd favourite. He was a really good, good solid player. And I can't for the life of me remember his name. And I can picture him in my head. And that word is just out of focus. That name is just out of focus. I just can't quite picture it properly. I'll recognise it as soon as I hear it. Was it Cyril Regis? I grew up 12 miles outside of Coventry when I was a kid, so that was almost like a local game for me, theoretically. I was a Liverpool fan, but I did kind of cheer on Coventry because they were so close geographically. Alright, we're just outside the pit windows. We're now in the pit window. Whereabouts in the Midlands are you, Anthony?
That's it.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
We just need to charge.
Oh yeah, I remember you saying that, Burton on Trent. Yeah, so you're not too far from Nottingham. That's where I am. I grew up in Rugby. And then move to Nottingham.
Push now.
Okay,
Energy if you need it.
copy.
Use energy if you need.
Yeah, copy.
Alright, we're going to box Freddy first. Give him the undercut on Felipe to see if that will maybe close them back up a touch. Felipe, we're going to box next lap. Probably shouldn't be pushing Freddy like this. Just wanted a quick in lap. But I am kind of dragging Verstappen a bit closer to to Felipe.
Okay, happy to lift and coast.
Copy. Pit lane.
Copy. Just pit limiter, just a reminder on pit limiter.
Box, box.
Copy, box.
Alright, we're going to get out ahead of Russell or just behind him? Yellow flag. Oh, don't tell me that was... No, it wasn't. Oh, it's one of the Haas.
Seems to have been a lockup.
Schumacher.
Let's see
Is
what
that going to bring out a
happens.
safety
Right,
car or a
watch this.
VSC?
There's Schumacher. And yes,
No,
that's the
he's just done what Freddy did. Just locked up and stayed out of the barriers.
That was a...
But we do get out ahead of him. That's good.
Yeah, take it easy.
Okay.
We can push again.
Yeah, copy.
Got loads of energy.
Okay, copy. Pit lane.
A firm.
So there we go. Bottas back in front of Max temporarily. .7, nearly 2.8. Not the quickest of stops. And Vesti not even close. About 5 seconds off. Okay, well, we're not going to. I'm not going to mess with them. Although that's not helping. But we're not going to slow Freddie. We're not going to slow Felipe down to let Freddie catch up. We're just going to have to push Freddie to catch him up.
Haas with an overtake there.
So we just wait till the right moment, sprint him away, and then try and catch up to the back of Russell and Felipe. I am going to have to give him a little bit of a hurry up.
Use energy.
Copy.
So we just need to push now.
Yeah, copy.
So use energy if you need it.
There we go. We should get the DRS there. And we did. And now we can sprint away from Schumacher. And we've broken the gap. That's what we wanted to do. Closing up on the back of Albon.
Play there. They've moved up a place.
So Felipe does a 1077. That's half a second faster than Verstappen. It's not bad. 175 for Freddie, but he was pushing for the whole lap. Well, about half the lap. Thinking about it, he was slowed down for half a lap as well. So, yeah, 1077. It's not bad. What's the gap? 15 seconds. Okay, yeah, we can work with that. We will be throwing on soft tyres. We're going to be closing that gap down while they're wearing out their hards ready for well, their mediums ready for hards. Definitely need to try and get Freddie moving faster for the undercut. Only so much you can do without a battery though.
Copy.
And I do not want to shred the tyres. Magnussen is still in that group as well. They've opened up a 10-second gap over Hamilton. Sainz now up to 6th. Now up to 5th as they fight side by side with Hamilton. Leclerc's down in 19th. Has he just pitted or has he just spun? Someone's just spun. Don't tell me it was Charles again. Nope.
Yellow exit.
It was Gasly.
Let's take a look at the replay.
That's one less car in front of us that we need to worry about.
They lose it there. That's the spin. That's going to be a big...
Bottas boxes. So he's going to undercut the two Red Bulls. And Magnussen. Have we done enough to get out ahead of Bottas? Our race will kind of fall apart if we haven't. Felipe goes through. Can we get Vesti through as well? Yes, we can. Alright, so now we're in pretty good shape.
This is good. Come on. This is good.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
Magnussen into the box, and Seitz and Ricardo. So that's two more guys getting out of the way. Fortunately, Ocon's the only other one who's in the way at the moment. Everyone else who is, who's going to jump out of our way, everyone else is on hards. Apart from the Red Bulls. Felipe back up to 4th. 14 seconds off the lead now. Closing that gap. Russell gets through ahead of Ocon. I'm hoping Ocon's going to box this lap. He's not. Verstappen boxes. Okay, so where does Verstappen feed out?
You can use energy. Use energy. You can use energy.
Yeah, copy.
That's it.
Verstappen is in front of Bottas, just. And they're close behind, so yeah, we needed to get past there. Needed to get a wriggle on.
Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place.
Right, now we want Ocon to stay out. Which means he's probably going to box this lap. Perez into the pits. And there goes Ocon. I knew it. Absolutely knew it. God damn it. Alright. So, Felipe is just 1.5 seconds off Hamilton now for the lead. We are chasing down Norris. Bottas is doing 181s. That's what we're doing. That's not great. But that's slipstreaming Perez, who's got out ahead of Bottas and Verstappen. Interesting. Alright, well those three are going to keep scrapping again. That's good stuff. Magnussen is now catching onto the back of them as well, so we're going to have another four-way fight. Hopefully they're going to take time off each other. That allows us to concentrate on just pushing forward. If I can get Freddie onto the back of Felipe, that would be excellent, but we're not going to manipulate Felipe in terms of his pace. We will charge him up behind Hamilton, but that's all we're going to do. Because I don't want to lose ground to Albon and Norris to the point where they start trying to get back past us again, like that. So Vessi's just 3 seconds off the back of this little train. That's good. Should start closing that gap down. Alright, we let Hamilton get the DRS there by the look of it. Yep, he's going to immediately retake the position.
Stay cool, man. You're doing a good job. Energy's good.
Okay, go for it.
And McLaren with a
The Bulls
great
have caught the back of
overtake.
Russell. We are eking out a gap. About 0.7 of a second at the moment. Someone's locked up. Who was it?
Looks like there's been a lockup.
Joe.
Here's the replay. Let's take another look.
Oh
There
wow,
we
his
have
engine's
Joe.
in trouble.
Well, they've locked up. They won't have been happy about that.
Something's definitely in trouble on that car there.
The team are devastated.
Nicely done.
Okay. Did we say Joe?
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
No, Sonoda. Sonoda's car was the one that was smoking. Oh yeah, look at his. Oh, his engine's almost dead. It should just about survive the race, but if he has a crash, that's it. He's out because that engine will take that last little bit of damage. The Red Bull's already passed Russell. Damn it. That's not good news.
Happy to push.
Yeah, copy.
Need to get onto the back of this group ASAP now. Now that I've lost my rear gunners. Ah, so close. Every time we do try and close up a little bit, they just go, DRS, and just pull away a little bit more. Really don't want to push these tyres for too long.
You can stop, lift and coast.
Come on, we're so close. So close. I need to keep that 1 second if I can to the end of this straight. Just gonna miss it. Chasing down cars that are using DRS in front of you is such a hard thing to do. You just got to hope that you can do it under braking. We'll get them on this lap. We'll get close enough at the end of this lap.
some lift and coast will help that.
Okay, copy.
To back off.
Copy.
There we go.
We just need to charge up.
Okay, copy.
So 4.5 seconds to gap to the Bulls. Evening, Corey.
That sounds like someone's gone wide there.
Vettel having a little off there. Drops him a couple of seconds off the back of the Alpines. Well, Ricardo, anyway. He's still got a healthy gap to Ocon. What do I think of the gameplay, trailer and price? I think I'm comfortable with £45 for the game. Not sure whether the deluxe edition justifies its tag, because they haven't said what the scenario pack is, how big it's going to be, and that's the only difference between the two versions, is the scenario pack. So without more information, I can't say whether or not the deluxe is worth it. I'm going to say probably not.
You can use energy.
Copy.
You get 4 days early access regardless of which edition you pre-order. That's a pre-order bonus. It's not exclusive. The only difference between the two pre-orders is that you get the scenario pack. Both pre-orders will give you 3 exclusive race moments and 4 days early access. Oh, can we get around both of them? No, we can't.
Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved up.
Norris has dropped off the back, thanks to Albon dropping off the back. That puts us 3 seconds off our teammate again, and has dropped us closer to the Red Bulls, which is not good.
McLaren gain a position. Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
Well, we don't know how old that footage is. I mean, one thing I can tell you is that almost all the car models that you see in that trailer are the same one. So, you know, the assets do need to be updated. Still don't know if we're going to get the zero side pod Mercedes or if we're going to get the new side pod Mercedes. I'm guessing we'll probably get the zero pod. And then at some point in a couple of months we might get an update like last time with revised liveries and tweaks to car designs based on how they've evolved over the season. Even though I don't really have the battery, I've got to try and break away because those Red Bulls are now on the back of those two. Oh, and they're both pit. So absolutely had to push. Cannot allow. Yet they've got the DRS. Couldn't let them get into DRS here, or else I'm in real trouble. If they start swapping places, they'll catch me.
Lift and coast will help.
Billy.
Tyres are getting a little worn. I was hoping to be further ahead of these guys by the time we made our stop. I mean, Felipe's in a decent position, but Freddie's a little bit vulnerable. Due to stop in 6 laps. We'll box Freddie first. There goes Hamilton. He's probably going soft. If he's gone that long. Don't know, he might go mediums. Gasly went mediums. Russell's gone mediums. Let's see what he does. He's gone mediums. Okay, so no one's gone for the hard. Well, actually, no. Leclerc hasn't boxed yet. Nor is Stroll. They might go for the soft tyres. They might go hard to soft.
So we just need to push now.
Copy.
Yuki into the pits. Yuki's car is dying a horrible, horrible death. His engine's at 1%. Gets out of Freddie's way nice and quickly. Sorry, Felipe's way. Is he going to get it in the way of Freddie? I really hope not. Those Red Bulls are so close to me now. And they're DRS training each other, which means they're going to catch him here at the end of this straight. There's nothing I can do to stop that. So, instead, I'm going to try it and hold them up.
Okay.
Give Felipe a little bit more fighting chance.
We think we can lean on the tyres more.
Copy.
2 cars behind me trying to get past. Hopefully they'll get in each other's way and they won't get a clear overtake. No, he's just going to dive bomb straight up the inside, isn't it, around the outside. Well, again, maybe I can spoil their plans by keeping Perez under pressure, keeping Max behind me.
Red Bull
You know, at least try and get some battery back into Freddie's car in the process. That's Vettel in the box. Vettel has also gone mediums. So just Leclerc and Stroll left. Oh, and Zhou. Leclerc, Stroll and Zhou left to make their one and only stop. I'm hoping Felipe can get out ahead of Hamilton and Sainz. Vesti should get out ahead of Norris. It's going to be close.
We just need to charge up.
Yeah, copy.
Box.
Yeah, copy. 1.
Alright, can we get out ahead
Copy that.
of Hamilton and Sainz?
Box, pick and pump.
Copy, boss.
It's a decent stop. 2.5 seconds. Here comes Sainz and Hamilton. Can we get out ahead of them? It's going to be close. Ah, they just jump us. And Verstappen's finally got past us. And immediately goes past Perez as well.
Energy if you need it.
Copy. To the pit.
Copy. Use pit limiter.
Use energy.
Copy.
Just keep doing what you're doing.
Yes, just managed to get out ahead of Albon.
Push more.
Copy.
This is good. Come on.
Use energy if you need.
Okay, copy.
Happy to push.
Yeah, copy.
Alright, so how far back are we? 13 seconds with Felipe, 20 seconds with Freddie. Okay, so Felipe should be able to contend for the win. Freddie might be a bit trickier.
Yeah, take it easy.
Yeah.
Ah, Science is still in DRS range. Damn it. Really don't want to burn these tyres, but don't want to bring Sights along for the ride. There we go.
So back off.
Copy.
You can stop, lift and coast.
So, chase is on. We are 11.5 seconds off the lead. We've got to hunt down Magnussen, then hunt down and Bottas, and then we've got to hunt down the Red Bulls. Freddie has got to hunt down Hamilton as Sights first, and Hamilton is on relatively fresh mediums, so he's still going to be quick. And neither driver has battery anymore. Well, you can see we're a second a lap faster. We're not going to stay a second a lap faster. But on paper, that does mean Freddie has got a chance of actually catching up. Yeah, Freddie. Felipe will definitely catch them. Especially if he gets nice little DRS overtakes like that in the process. Alright, Magnussen and Bottas are going to get caught first. So we'll keep an eye on this potential fight that's building. This will be our chance to get some more battery into Felipe's car and then sprint away from those two, hopefully, to hunt down the Red Bulls. Without dragging them along for the ride. Oh, lock up. That's in front of us. Okay, Magnussen is out of the way. That's going to make it much easier for us to catch Bottas. There's going to be no DRS train there. That could significantly hamper
Keep doing what you're doing.
Sainz and Hamilton a little bit as well. Yeah, we took nearly a second
All
out of
okay on
them.
fuel, so you can do what you want for speed.
Thanks to that. That's good.
Copy.
Look at that, 3 wide on the main straight in front of us. That's going to be a nightmare to try and get through. Really don't want to spend too long behind Bottas here. We're through. I'll just have to
We're good to push.
accept it if I do get through, I think.
Let's focus. Good job.
Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place.
Still a lot to play for.
It's a race position gained for Mercedes.
Alright, already getting some decent battery into Felipe's car. I think we'll try and break away on the next lap. There we go. How many laps to go? About 13, 14 laps.
Okay.
Thirteen and a half laps.
You're doing a good job.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
And I've broken Bottas already. Excellent stuff. Right, I really do need to get a wriggle on with Freddie. Points is going to be his best finish tonight, I think. I'm not going to get him on the podium. He's just a little bit too far off.
Use energy if you need it, use energy.
Copy.
I need to get at least one of the cars on this straight here. There we go. That's Magnussen out of the way.
That's it.
Oh, I thought we were going to try and squeeze through the middle of them for a second then. We're boxed in behind the Ferrari at the moment. That's not great.
So use energy if you need it.
Yeah, copy.
Ah, come on, got to get the overtake done here. No, don't dip into the slipstream like that. We had to move. Ah, Freddie.
We just need to charge up.
Yeah, copy.
Alright, 6 seconds off, 11 laps to go after this one. And we are lapping a second a lap faster. Come on, Freddie. I want to get you into fourth as a minimum. We're going to take the inside line and get them both. That's what we like to see. Good, decisive driving. We're only 2 seconds off the back of Bottas.
Aston Martin are moving up the field.
Is that Smoky Yuki? It is Smoky Yuki. The engine's still dying a death, or is it on its last legs now? It's down to 0%. It will just about make the end of the race, but surprised he's not last. I really am.
Drop back a bit.
Okay, copy.
This will be a nice simple blue flag, but DRS in the process. Very nice. 2 straights of DRS. A little bit more battery saved. 4 seconds the gap. Yellow flag in sector 1. Oh, that's behind us. That is one of the Williams, I think.
Oh, big lock up there.
That's Joe. Yeah, Leclerc and Stroll did go onto softs. I did wonder if they would. Yellow flag in sector 2. Someone going wide.
Someone's run wide.
Oh, that was Hamilton. Excellent. That takes a bit of pressure off.
Eight to go.
There's Smoky Yuki. Did we get the DRS? No.
Currently P4.
So we'll let Bottas get past us again, and then we'll get the DRS on the next straight, and that is where we'll try and break away.
Mercedes moved up a place.
There we go.
So we just need to push now.
Copy.
Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place.
No saving required.
Copy.
Seven laps to go. Pick up the pace a bit.
Copy.
Let's start hunting. Got Vesti back into fourth. I'd be happy with Vesti finishing fourth. I'd be disappointed if I don't win this race now with Felipe. And if Freddie hadn't locked himself up and dropped himself into the clutches of the Red Bulls when he did earlier on, then he could have been up here with Felipe.
6 to go.
And we could be looking at the potential of a 1-2. Bit of a shame. I mean, Felipe had a very, very early lockup that dropped him back, but that happened in the early laps and we were able to break him away and catch him back up again. It's too late to do that with Freddie. Tyres were too far gone.
Get back off.
So we'll just look after the car to bring it home now with Freddie. Fourth is good. I'll take fourth. But I want the win. I need the win to stay ahead of Red Bull in the constructors because they're currently sitting on 16 points for this race and we're sitting on 7. If I get the win,
5 to go.
we get 17 and they get 10.
Save fuel.
Yeah, copy.
Pressure's on. 2.4 seconds. We just need to find 1.4 seconds to get to the DRS and then we're golden. I really don't want to use the battery, but I will if I have to.
Four laps to go.
I think I might have to. We try upping the tyre pace a little. Again, I don't want to burn the tyres out before I get there as well.
Used energy.
Copy.
going to be close. It's going to be a tight finish again.
Be 3 to go.
Oh, if the Red Bulls just took each other out, that would be perfect. Alright, Verstappen is holding Perez back. That's good. That's very good. We might just have snuck DRS there. We did. Glory, glory, glory. Fantastic.
Yeah, take it easy.
Copy.
I can't believe Sainz has got his way up to 5th. Now 6th. But he's in the points.
Two laps to go. Energy if you need it.
Yep.
They'll come to us.
Copy.
Pressure. Pressure, pressure, pressure.
This will be last lap.
Yeah, copy.
It's a spin!
Yellow ahead.
Yeah.
Damn it, that yellow flag killed my momentum. Come on, at least get on into 2nd if I can. I'll take some points off them. I got nothing left. So close, damn it. Alright, well, 3rd and 4th, that's not bad. That's pretty good. I would have taken 3rd and 4th at the start of this Grand Prix, so I'll be happy with that. And it does unfortunately mean that we've lost the lead in both championships, but close finish. Look at that, very close finish.
So that is
really
checkered
tight.
flag, but you can keep pushing.
And we almost got him on the line as well, but just not quite. We just got held up a little bit too long behind Bottas, I think, who ended up dropping all the way down to 7th in the end. Sainz got 5th, Hamilton got 6th. Yeah, Bottas really fell away at the end there.
What an incredible outcome for Aston Martin's driver. Aston Martin, having an extremely good day at the track.
The whole team was absolutely on their game today, and the result proves that.
At the end of the weekend, it's second place in the constructor standings for them.
As we reach mid-season, the battle will pick up again in the Côte d'Azur. Join us in the south of France at the circuit Paul Ricard.
There we go. Confirmation of the result. Again, if Freddie hadn't had that big lock-up on turn 1 after about 15 laps, then maybe things would have been different. Who knows? Anyway, that's our final result. The Drivers' Championship now looks like this. Max moves ahead of Freddie by 4 points. At least Freddie did get some points, so we didn't lose another huge amount of points to Max. Sergio also closes the gap on Freddie. 9-point gap there now. Felipe trying to keep pace with him. The gap's up to 5 points between Felipe and Sergio now. Hamilton does get a point to move above Bottas, who looked like he was in contention for a long part of the race and then just fell away at the end there and dropped out of the points in the dying laps. And that's given Lewis that 1 point advantage. No points for any of the other main contenders in that fight there. No points for Norris or Leclerc, Russell or Ocon. Sainz does manage to get a couple of points. That puts him on 3 points for the season. That's how bad he's been this year. And he had another really bad qualifying and somehow managed to get in the points. I really don't know how he managed that. But yeah, there you go. Very, very interesting. And Yuki did actually manage to finish the Grand Prix just with that engine at 0%. That'll be a new engine next race for him for sure. Into the Constructors' Championship, Red Bull do open up a 9-point gap over us. We've been able to get the win. That would have been huge. We would have stretched our legs. If we'd been able to get second, that would have kept it a lot closer. As it is, 9 points isn't the end of the world, but it isn't great. Haas do move above AlphaTauri in terms of finishing position, as they have no points. No changes anywhere else in the order. McLaren get 8 points, Ferrari get 2 points, they're nowhere still, just 19 points. And very tight still between McLaren and Mercedes in the fight for third. So both our drivers get development points. We didn't get a point for Isaac, and we're not going to be putting him in the car for the rest of the year now, because this will be our final season of Challenge Mode, given that we've got a release date now for F1 Manager 23. An exceptional race for Freddie. 14 overtakes, 17 defences, 14 failed overtakes, 10 failed defences, and a lockup for each of our drivers hurt our chances. Without those lockups, they could both have been 5 seconds up the road. So, for Felipe, another exceptional race for him as well. 16 overtakes, 25 defences, 11 failed overtakes, 5 defences. Some good racecraft from both of our drivers there. We achieved our sponsor goals, so that's another 5.3 mil. That pays for the refurb on our weather centre. Let's go ahead and throw another point onto cornering for Freddie. And we'll get Felipe up to 85. There we go. What's the plan for 23? Another challenge mode or normal career? We'll be doing a normal career to start, because I want to see if they have upped the difficulty and changed how much of an impact development has. So we'll run it completely normally, like we did at the start of the last game. We'll be using Intense if Intense is available. We'll do what we'll try and really push development hard and just see how much it improves the car in one season. And if it looks like it's going to get really, really easy really quickly, then we will end that series quite abruptly and quite early and go straight into a new challenge mode. But I'm thinking we'll probably do one career, 2 seasons, and then see where the dust settles after that, because no doubt there'll be some patches, either pretty quickly or just announced coming down further down the line that will change things. We'll have to see. Let's check our staff. We do have a new point for Matt Harmon. So, let me check the book. What are the major upgrades we've got left? There's only 2, I think. Front wing and side pods. So, let's put a front wing upgrade on. Or a front wing, point. Our pit crew... Yeah, still working on wing adjustments. Need to speed that up a little bit more. Actually, no, this is our final season, so let's go ahead and take the focus off that and go back onto front and rear jacks. Invitation to that, we're going to ignore that. We're not going to attend. There are some new events, apparently, that are going to pop up in the emails as well. But don't know what they're going to be yet. We'll have to see. Hopefully they'll have a bit more of an impact. Austrian Grand Prix debrief, exceeding expectations. There's the race overview. Sporting regs for next season. So it's going to be a big change to points. We're going to go back to 25 points for a win. We're also going to get fastest lap point, a pole position point, and double points for the last race. Yeah, we'll go for that. Why not? It's recommending Jack Crawford again. Have we not scouted him yet? No, we have. Keeps recommending a driver that we've got scouted. Right, we've done that. We have got a new upgrade coming for the next Grand Prix, but I'm absolutely bursting for the loo, so I'm going to end the stream right now. We'll deal with the upgrade at the start of tomorrow's stream, and then we'll go into Paul Ricard and race around France for what could be the final time. Given that it isn't going to be in the next edition of the game. France not on this year's calendar. But yeah, we will be back tomorrow night with the next round, round 12. We've just completed the halfway point, and we've got 2 more races till the mid-season break. So we've got the new floor coming for this Grand Prix. We've got a new suspension, I think, coming for Hungary, and then a new wing, I think, a new front wing coming for Spa. But we'll have time to try and maybe squeeze another couple of upgrades on the car as well. So that's going to be it from me. That's for tonight. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed tonight's race. Another close one. Another really tight finish. Couldn't quite squeeze the win, but we were damn close. And who knows, maybe that underfloor will give us the edge that we need when we head to Paul Ricard. So until then, thanks for watching. I am Jim, and I'll be back with some more F1 Manager very soon.